Watterson is definitely the character from the amazing world of Gumball who has kissed the most different people in the series. But have you ever wondered what happened to Darwin's first crush, Rachel? In the episode The Party, we see Tobias's older sister asking Darwin how a nice guy like him doesn't have a girlfriend. In his innocence, the orange fish asks why he would need a girlfriend, to which she says, "For this." Then the character plants a kiss on Gumball's brother. Mwah! And we know that from that moment on, the little fish would never be the same. Let's delve into more details of this episode in a moment. But first, still talking about Darwin, according to the future story of the characters made by a superfan of the series called @AISleb, soon the little fish will have no less than 8 children. And the love life of this true machine called Darwin Watterson began precisely with Rachel Wilson. But why did the character practically disappear after that? Why didn't the two continue their relationship? We'll answer all of that right now in this video. The origin of Rachel. As we mentioned, Rachel is a year ahead of the boys in school, and she's Tobias's older sister, a classmate of the boys. In fact, it's thanks to him that all the students in Darwin's class go to Rachel's party, which she initially hates, and in the end too. But if they hadn't gone, no one would have shown up. After all, none of Rachel's classmates showed up at the party. And, believe it or not, this has a direct connection to the disappearance of the character, as we'll explain throughout this video. Apparently, Tobias's sister has a certain bond with younger people from the beginning of the series because the first time she appears in Gumball is in the episode The Third, where we see her talking to none other than Carrie. We can say that at least this is ironic. After all, Darwin's first crush is exactly friends with his last crush. Everyone who watches the amazing world of Gumball knows that Carrie is Darwin's life love. In fact, in the fictional future story of the series, she is the mother of the 8 children of Darwin we mentioned earlier. So, yes, the fact that Rachel and Carrie are friends is a very cool detail. Many people have no idea, but the character's name and her brother's are derived from a series of juvenile science fiction books called Animorphs, in which 2 of the 5 protagonists are named Tobias and Rachel. After the episode in which the character and Carrie are seen together in the school hallway, we see her in some scenes in the episodes The End and The Mystery, where we see her in Gumball's class photo yearbook just below the protagonist's photo, which means that at some point she was classmates with both Darwin and Gumball. And keep this information because it will be very important to unravel all the mystery of Rachel's disappearance. And as you can see, the Watterson family member we'll talk most about here is the little orange fish. So let's comment #Darwin below today, because I love this guy's innocence. Returning to talk about Tobias's sister, the first time we hear her voice is actually in the episode The Party. As we mentioned, but it doesn't hurt to remember, in this episode, Tobias invites all his classmates to the party that Rachel was organizing at her house, to take advantage that her parents wouldn't be at home. Rachel gets angry, but when her brother threatens to tell their parents about the party, she agrees that the characters can go to the party, but with one condition: only those who have a partner can enter. So, everyone starts desperately looking for a partner to go, including in the middle of all this, Penny ends up inviting Gumball by note, but he doesn't understand anything and thinks it's someone else, crumples the note, and throws it away, leaving Penny furious. Another cool detail is that Darwin was so innocent that he didn't even know what it meant to have a partner. But in any case, it's clear that Rachel was throwing that party, among other reasons, for something more romantic to happen. The other reason is related to the fact that she's in Gumball's class yearbook. Everything indicates that Tobias and his sister are twins, and must be the same age since they're in the same class, which leads us to deduce that Rachel must be gifted, and that's why she's in the class ahead. And perhaps that's why she was throwing that party, exactly to socialize with the new classmates. Besides, she calls all the other kids babies, indicating that she considers herself superior to them even though they are the same age. So if she thought Darwin was also a baby, why would she have given him a love kiss? Throughout the episode, Miss Simeon and Principal Nigel invade the party, but contrary to what everyone imagined, they actually saved it because it was quite dull. The boys' teacher then puts on some heavy rock, and then the party really starts. The problem is that at the same time, the kids start to destroy Tobias's family home, which leaves Rachel completely frustrated, along with the fact that none of her classmates showed up. Darwin consoles her and says he'll help her clean up everything when the party's over, and also says he's her friend. That's why he's at the party. And at that moment, we can see that Rachel starts to look at the Watterson fish with different eyes. After everyone leaves and Darwin actually cleans up everything as promised, exactly the scene happens where Rachel hints that she would date Darwin, and kisses him, the first of Gumball's brother's life. The little fish is completely shocked, but very happy with his first kiss. But not the only one, quite the opposite. But if we stop to analyze, this was much more of a gratitude kiss from Rachel for Darwin's words and for helping her get rid of the guilt with her parents, than really out of attraction. In other words, Darwin understood how good it was to kiss, and at the same time, Tobias' sister showed her gratitude. And they kind of settled, we can say that.
Mwah.
Which makes a lot of sense, since this would also help explain why the two characters were never seen together again, even though they were still studying at the same school. But, as we said, this was just the starting point of Darwin's love life. After that, he would have a brief relationship with Terry, and then with Carrie, which apparently is going to be forever. After that, Rachel only makes a few small appearances in the school cafeteria in some episodes, always alone, and with her family in Daisyland. So the question remains, why did Rachel disappear? Basically, there are two reasons why this happened, but before showing you, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click on the subscribe button right now and join our team. This way, you'll stay updated on all the news and theories from the world of animations. Talking now about the reasons for Rachel's disappearance, undoubtedly, the first one is that unbelievably, neither the show's production team nor the series creator, Ben Bukele, liked the character. Of course, they only found this out after they made the episode The Party, where she was one of the protagonists. It kind of implies that, in fact, the episode was an attempt to try to save Rachel, but it seems that it didn't work out, and they really decided that they don't like the girl. Remember when we said that Rachel's current classmates didn't show up at the girl's party? Yeah, that probably must be exactly for the same reason that the series creators don't like the girl, because she yells quite a bit at everyone and feels superior to everyone, perhaps because she has a higher IQ than most. And actually, we can say that this kind of totally relates to the second reason for Rachel disappearing completely. After the Gumball series ended in its 6th season, small episodes of the show called Darwin's Yearbook were released. In one of them, which deals with Clayton's photo, but is actually focused on a conversation between Tobias and Darwin, where the boy tries to convince the little fish to put more photos of himself on the yearbook cover. At one point, Darwin asks about Rachel. Tobias then just says that she's gone. Darwin thinks the girl died, but actually later finds out that she just went to college.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask. What happened to your sister Rachel?
Oh, she's gone.
Which proves that Rachel really is a gifted child who ended up leaving Gumball's class and then jumped from year to year until she ended up in college, remembering that she's just a child. This also explains why she's so aggressive or feels superior. After all, she really is smarter than all her classmates. Probably that's why none of her classmates showed up at her party where she kissed Darwin. But the fact is that this was a way out for the show's creation team to give a, let's say, dignified end to the character, since they don't intend to use her anymore. Considering that so far we're orphaned of the 7th season that never came, and knowing that cartoons are experts at surprising their fans, we can affirm that this conversation between Tobias and Darwin can also be used in future episodes of the show, since in a way, it ended up reintroducing a character that many people, many indeed, ended up even forgetting existed, since she barely appeared in the episodes. So, who knows, news about Darwin's love life might be on the way in the upcoming episodes of the amazing world of Gumball that we, the fans, are so eager to watch. Thinking about it, it would be nice to have a story telling how Carrie and Rachel were friends and how they ended up distancing themselves exactly because both were liking the same guy, Darwin. It would be really cool to see two girls competing for the little Watterson fish. At least we would see Rachel again, maybe already graduated from college. That would be really cool. We're leaving 2 very cool videos for you to keep watching amazing videos. You can choose one of them and click without fear, because both are really good. See you in the next episode. Thanks, and see you soon.